achieve these things, to help us be on track, to help us create the desirable results. Some of us have resorted to visualization. They imagine where they want to be. They see themselves being in that future. Some people, before they bought their cars, I remember some of the GA leaders who, when they started the business, we thought, okay, let's go to a car stand and go into a car you want and imagine yourself being the owner of the car. I remember Mr. Adonis went into a car, a Lexus, and the way he revved the car, the person selling the car was like, Oga, you've not even priced the car. You are revving the engine like that. What is your problem? I remember those moments, and it was more like imagining how he would be. He was just visualizing into his future. It was more like trying to create picture, a mental picture of where he wanted to be. Now, some other people have transcended beyond visualization into employing the laws of attraction. They visualize it and they begin to fake it till they make it. They begin to behave, act as if they are already there. Some other people, rather than faking it, decided to fake it. They act on the belief that that is going to happen, that the things they want to achieve is going to become their reality. When they speak like the best of mentors. When they walk like a top achiever. When they dress, they try to dress their best to depict where exactly they want to see themselves. Now, all these things are very good, but there is a challenge I've discovered with these strategies of keeping ourselves in focus and keeping ourselves mind linked to what we want to achieve. The challenge is this: it all happens on hope. It all acts on hope. It all acts on faith, on what we are yet to see for ourselves. How many of us have at times doubted or nurtured a feeling that, God, are you sure you are there for me? But we believe strongly that God exists. But sometimes, maybe as things have gone outside how we planned it, maybe things have gone outside the way we didn't anticipate it, and we started asking, God, you still there for me? Have you not forgotten me? Like you still remember there is a child you have that is me. Do you still remember, Baba? Pops, do you still remember I still there? Why? Because we are surrounded by the realities, the physical things we see around us, and the realities of our situation. So at times, hanging on to the hope, to the faith of the bigger things we want, gets choked by the realities around us. It gets choked by the physical things we can attribute it to. Oh, I have worked and prospected and prospected and prospected, and a few people showed up. I have invited and invited and invited. Only a few people. I've signed up 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 people, 30 people since January, and only two of them are still hanging on in the business. These are the realities. But the hope we have is that we have that team, an organization of 200 people. All of them are leaders. We have an organization of so many people who are there with us, who are there for us, who are guiding us, who are showing us what to do, who in fact have gotten to the point that they know what to do. They don't need us. Just a minute, please. Just a minute.
Sorry, Gum, you're muted, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, how do we deal and reconcile with these things? The realities around us and the imagination in our mind. The imagination and passion and enthusiasm we have are not always with us. The only thing that is always with us are the realities of the things we get. The realities of, wow, many people have been invited, only few have chosen to come. Many people have chosen to come, only few have accepted to be a part of the project. Many things, some of the people we prospected who used to be friends are no longer talking with us. Some of because we reached out to them, showed them the project. We are scared that our list is getting thinner and thinner, and we are not growing our business bigger and bigger. How do we keep our minds focused on the goal? I'm here to tell you this morning that visualization is wonderful. The law of attraction is amazing, but there is a better way that you can keep yourself, that you can keep your mind in tune with what you want to achieve. And it's for that purpose that this meeting is this morning. Please confirm that you can hear me loud and clear at this point. Confirm that you can hear me loud and clear.
Yes, sir.
Confirm that you can hear me. Okay. Couple of years ago, we traveled on vacation to Philippines. I think that was in 2018. 2018. There were so many things organized for us. So many things. They lodged us in BSA Twin Towers. I think it was I don't know, I can't remember how many story building, but I remember I was on the 40th floor looking down from there. Wow. So this is what people enjoy. After some days, they took us to a place. They called the place Batangas. So when we got to Batangas, it was like living in the imperial age. I think it was the French that colonized Philippines then. So they left some of those vintage heritage still in the country. So this country now turned it into a tourism attraction place where the buildings are like things you see in London, those kind of old buildings on the outside, but the inside beautiful, where you stay in the house and water is passing. Yes, your house is on top of water. Practically, you open your window, what you see is water. You see somebody rowing a small boat beside you. And then I'm like, how? So this is life. You see coconut, you see trams moving in the middle of the road where people are passing. I'm like, wow, this is life. And then one of the exciting moments for me there was the fact that for the first time in my life, I was in a pool. I had never swam before that, never. And I saw people swimming. There is this guy that was with us who is from River State. Before we could know, piam, the guy don't move. I said, bros, we can snap picture with our leg flapping in the water. We must not swim, Abby. And he said, no, boss, come inside, come inside, come inside. I said, guy, I have not made the money that this business promises. So it is not a pool water that will take it away from me. He said, no, boss, I am here with you. I am here with you. So I put my leg, splash the leg. I said, dude, the feeling that you splash your leg in water is not very friendly to me. You put it there and it's if you've lost a portion of your body weight. And he convinced me, it was actually a conviction. He convinced me to go in. I stood in the part of the pool. Listen to this. I stood in the part of the pool where that was like a bit above my waist. So I could, whatever happened, my leg was down there. So whatever he was planning, maybe because, in some meetings we held, I would say, guy, you're not doing well. You should be doing better in the business. So maybe the guy wanted to pay me back. Say you were punishing us and harassing us in the meeting. here, I am your leader. Let me show you pepper. So he was trying to convince me. So I went to the part where if well, whatever happened, my leg dey ground, so he can't do more than anything. And this guy told me something that shocked me. He said, sir, for you to know how to swim, you have to learn to be inside water. I said, I'm always inside water now. When I'm bathing, water is always, I'm already, when I'm bathing now, shower, water go. He said, sir, that's not what I mean. He said, I said, what do you mean? He said, sir, you have to put your head inside water. I said, I don't understand. He said, no, sir, do you want to swim, sir? I said, am I not swimming? Can't you see from my, above my waist down is already soaked. He said, sir, come, if you want to swim. I said, yeah, it won't be a bad idea, but man. He said, okay, sir, you have to put your head inside water. Now, as a sharp guy where I be, I understood very clearly that putting my head inside water means I will not breathe. That's the thing, because if you put your head there and breathe, the only thing you're breathing is water. So I had to go to the edge of the pool, and he was there watching, and he said, put your head inside the water. I said, okay. I dipped my forehead into water, and it felt normal. And the next thing, I put my entire head into the water. This thing they said, close your eyes. I said, no, I will not close my eyes. In case I close my eyes and then something. So I opened my eyes, and the feeling was somehow strange. But guess what? When I convinced myself against every possible fear I had, I did not just put my head inside water, I put my entire body inside water. Now, the first things I did were to just sit down inside the pool. Remember, I said the pool was above my waist. So sitting down on the floor of the pool meant that the entire water covered me. I don't have the video here. I would have shared it with us. I believe I'll still find it in my storage. But would you imagine that that same day, the same person who was scared of flapping his leg in water was able to do a challenge with other people who were swimming inside water? In fact, I remember the challenge very vividly, where people had to stay in lines, about maybe 6, 7 people, spread out their legs, and the challenge was who will swim past them in water. And I was able to participate. I took a video of it. I still have it. I'll find it somewhere and maybe share with us. What am I trying to tell us? Allowing the water to touch my head, or imagining and visualizing me being in water, was a step in the right direction, but it was not enough to get me to swim. What actually got me to swim was allowing myself mentally, allowing myself physically, allowing myself to be covered by the thing I feared the most. Is somebody getting something already? And the things I feared the most at that point was being swallowed by water. The thing that I dreaded was, what if I went into this water and I cannot do anything that will help myself to come ashore, to come above the water anymore? And that will mean someone drowning. The guy told me something. He said, don't fight with the water. It sank until today. I still remember his words. He said, don't fight with the water. Don't fight with it. Before I could swim and participate in that challenge, at a point, I found out that I could actually hold my breath, put my head into the water and my body, lift my leg off the ground of the pool, and I found that I was not sinking, rather I was floating. What has happened? I allowed the things that I was afraid of to cover me. I allowed the things that I was scared of. In fact, I put myself deeply into it to the point that those things became my ally. Ladies and gentlemen, for anyone who has been afraid of creating success, for anyone who along the line has lost focus, for anyone whom rejection, whom challenges, whom family and friends, whom the reaction of prospects, whom all the possible things that could have stopped them or have stopped them in the business have weighed down and stopped them from achieving the best results. The best antidote, the best answer, the best solution that helps you to overcome it, to challenge it and come ashore, to challenge it and come to the top, is by you going deeply into it. Is by you allowing yourself to be immersed in that thing that you are scared of. At which point you now realize there is nothing there anyway. And it is for this singular purpose, ladies and gentlemen, that the 2024 immersion is born. Many of us have understood and been at events. Many of us have attended programs organized by the team, retreats. But we know also that these things help us to see a better picture about the event, about the business, sorry. But few of us have understood how these things turn us to better individuals for the success we want. I'm going to express certain things in our minds very quickly. I don't plan we stay beyond 9 o'clock here today. I want us to listen to this. I want us to listen to this. Please confirm you can still hear me. Confirm that you can still hear me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. It is high time we went beyond attracting, drawing the things we want to ourselves. No, 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 no. It is that time we dived into the things that we scared the most, that we are scared of the most. Why is that necessary? We require the energy some of us don't have. Some of us require the energy of our leaders that some of us may not have access to be able to keep our minds in tune with where we want to go. Oh, I want to buy a car. How do you get assured that you can buy a car from the business? You see someone who has bought a car from the business, Abby? You want to go on vacation. You see someone who has gone on vacation. You imagine yourself going on vacation, Abby? If this person can do it, I do it. You are more like sending signals from your mind that draws you closer to it. Now, at times, I see people that I shared this with us the other time. They come and say, oh, sir, I tap into the anointing, right? What are they actually trying to do? They are trying to draw like a magnet. They're trying to connect their vision with the reality of another. Oh, somebody's not getting this. They are trying to imagine their dream in the reality of another person. They're using the reality of another person to envisage what their future will be. That is a very good thing to do, a very wonderful thing to do. But the point remains that the circumstances, the picture they are creating that they are trying to align with is not theirs. It's somebody else. houses. They are trying to, at a point, when the reality of the business is hitting them, when the rejection starts coming on them, they start saying, are you sure there is nothing this guy is doing that I am not aware of? Are you sure there is something this guy is doing that I'm not aware of? Are you sure it's not because of his person? Are you sure it's not that because this person knows how to speak eloquently, because this person has been a stage person? Are you sure I have what it takes myself to attract these things that I have seen somebody else achieve? The question is this: what if this morning you have a way that you yourself can walk using your own reality? Oh, goodness. What if there is a way that you yourself, in addition to create to using the reality of others people as your vision, what if there is a way that going forward from today that you can add your own reality into becoming what you envisage? How about you now being closer, like I was in that water? How possible, what if it becomes possible that you are now in the midst of that same thing that you feared the most, in that same thing that you were so afraid of the most, in that same thing that has been so difficult for you the most? What if there is a way? The way that has worked for me, the way that has worked for so many people who have created success in this business, is by letting themselves be immersed in the circumstances around them. When I attended an event in Lagos, I am the kind of person who does not really fancy public eyes. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I just like make I day my day. Just like Timaya said, make we day our day, Abby. I prefer just make I day my day. There are people that they will always want to be validated by the recognition they get. It's not me. It's not me. My person is make I day my day. Somehow, let the things I do. There's this saying that a golden fish has no hiding place, right? So when I attended that event, I attended that event with only one thing in mind. Only one thing. The only one thing I attended was I want to see how these people who have claimed consistent successes, how they are and behave as normal human beings. So when we got there, that it was on arrival at the venue, I realized that because I was working in the bank, I couldn't even attend the first day. I was in transit on that first day because the bank could not release me. So the second day now that I attended, as I got there, there were so many people, crowds of people, thousands of people. The people outside seemed to be more than the people already in the hall, and the hall was already full. I'm like, what? This same thing that we are trying to do, figure out, that's what has all this crowd. And then I was informed that I should go as I pick up my ticket. I should go and check my name in some work list and see if there is anything I qualified for. I didn't even know. It was when I got to that list and then was going through. I saw in fact, somebody told me, we saw your name. Go and check. I got there. They said, "Oh yeah, you saw your name. You are a silver executive." So they gave me that search, a white and red search. I'm like, okay. So I went and followed every other person and entered. And he said, no, 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 no. You cannot sit there in the crowd. You cannot sit there. You are our silver executive. You should sit there closer to the stage. I'm like, okay. It's like the Bible said. It's better you sit at the back so that you are taken to the front than sit in the front and you're now taken to the back. So he played that like that. I said, thank God. But while I was there, I was just watching. I was not watching in the excitement of the crowd. No, I was trying to wrap my head around what exactly is going on here. I now saw a woman who was a practical representation of rainbow, practical representation. Almost every color she was wearing was contrasting with the other. The handbag was like a globe. I'm like, who is this? What kind can somebody be dressing like this? A woman for that matter. What do you have? I was just trying to imagine this in my mind. All of a sudden, they call this woman up on stage as a top 20. And I'm like, wait a minute. How come this person who is like this, what it means is that physical appearance of this person has nothing to do with what is mentally going on in the mind of this person. What went on in the mind of this person to the point that out of these thousands, she was selected to be on stage. It must be something big. It was in that mental research that when I was called up on stage as a silver executive, and Dr. Ed Kabantong shook my hand. I was looking at his beautiful gold ring, diamond ring with the diamond bracelet that's shining on it. I'm like, and he said, ensure you come back to this stage next year. And I said, I will be back. It was at that very moment that the business actually sank in. What I wanted to do about the business actually was like, it was more like whatever was the challenge, the introverted nature of myself, the things that people said about me, I could do and I couldn't do, the things that my colleagues and my superiors have said about the industry I work with, we are totally irrelevant as to who I can become. Because this woman said that she was selling akara. People could have laughed at her. A carousel, one go become millionaire. A carousel, because it became explanatory. It became clear why she was flying colors. She already had money, but where she was coming from has not given the opportunity. She dressed in what she understood the best, right? But she has mentally soaked herself in the business. The things that have were challenges, she has soaked in herself in it, but like, come and kill me, take it. There is this movie I watched, I can't remember one of these movies, and then the guy told, in fact, anytime he fought and fought in war and he felt like dying, and he will be like, my time has come. And all the time he said that, he never died. It became clear that we are afraid of the things we feel can stop us because we are actually afraid of failing in the business. What happens when you are immersed is that you stop being afraid of failing. You say, what's the worst case scenario? I fail and I rise up again. That's the worst. It's the worst that can happen. I went inside that water and the water submerges me and I don't know what else to do. That's the worst that the water can do. Was there any other thing it could do? Nothing more than that. So if that is the only thing it could do, I can as well just put my head and let it do it first. And guess what? The water wanted you to swim in it. The water wanted to have a living organism to make it water that can refresh people. So as I went into it, the water didn't swallow me. What did it do? Because of the oxygen within me, because of the energy within me, because of the conviction and mental uh, strength within me, the water just have to let me float. The water just had to let me rise because it knew that if I could rise, I can swim again. Let me tell us, ladies and gentlemen, the things that we are scared of the most in this business are scared of fun more than we are scared of it. Let me say that again. The things that are drawing us back from achieving the best results in this business are the things that are not strong enough for where we want to be. No, they are not strong enough. Simply are scared of them because we have not approached it close enough. When you submerge, when you submerge into that situation, you submerge into that environment, you realize that what you are scared of, what is holding you back, is not even as strong as you think. You are the only one giving it the strength that it does not have. It's somebody beginning to get this. And let me tell you this, there comes a time in every man's life when he forgets about the clothes he wears, when he forgets about who he is and allows himself to be masked. And that moment is coming up on us in less than a month. It is that point where we're not going to an event. We are not going to hear the success stories of others. We are not going to hear how others were able to go through the hot fire. We are going there to put ourselves deep into those challenges and tell the challenge, do your worst. The immersion, ladies and gentlemen, it's a time where we more than ever mentally get involved with the realities of the business. What are the realities of this business? People will say, I didn't know it would be as hard as this. What happens after the immersion is that you realize, I know it will be as hard as this, and I still chose to do it anyway. Oh, somebody getting this. What happens after the immersion is that we are no longer thinking, I didn't know the person will reject me. But you have come to that point when you have accepted, there is a chance this person will reject me, and I don't give a damn. I don't care. I don't care anymore. It's about mentally rising up to the possible consequences of every single step you take towards becoming a warrior leader in network marketing. That's what the immersion is. It is a time when you mentally unleash that strength within yourself and you tell yourself, do your worst. No, that prospect, do your worst. You see you fight, do your worst. That thing that has been weighing me down, that is stopping me from being the best version of myself, do your worst. Because I am up to do it with your worst. I was ready to go into that water and ready to face any possible consequence, anything that was. I didn't know the outcome. I didn't know how it would feel. I didn't know whether I would be left. I didn't know. What I've realized, maybe mistaken, is that the force of gravity gets limited. Force of gravity is what helps us to stand, help us to move. Abi, it's like a frictional force. It's a frictional force actually. But when you go into water, what happens? Frictional force reduces. You notice that that law of gravity doesn't as much as it has. You lose that balance. But I was willing to deal with it. I was willing to sacrifice it, even without knowing, because I have made up myself, I made up my mind at that point that I am ready to face whatever happens in there. Share my people will be this. Let's go. And guess what I found out? It is one of the best places. No, now I love swimming like I can't wait to find a pool. I can't wait to go to a pool. No, because I found out that the thing I feared the most gave me the satisfaction I never had. Let me tell you this. When you are immersed and you emerge, listen to this. When you are immersed and you emerge after the immersion, you discover that that cave you were afraid of was holding the treasure that you are looking for. I didn't know the relaxation that comes with being in a pool till I allowed myself mentally to deal with the fears that did not exist that I felt were inside the water. But as I immersed and was immersed, I realized that that place I was scared of was holding the satisfaction that I had desired. Let me tell you this. Being at the immersion enables you to emerge to the point you start appreciating the things you feared. Let me tell us this. People who have emerged in this business look forward. They anticipate the challenges they face. They anticipate it. They are not praying for it, but they know that it happening means they are. Oh, let me say this another way. Do you know the proof that you are not just in the field, but with the ball? The proof that you are not just in the field, but also with the ball is that you get attacked. If you are not with the ball, no player attacks you to get the ball. If you are not within the field, nobody even bothers to know whether you exist. The proof that you are in this business, the proof that you are working the business, the proof that you are raising a nation, the proof that you are creating 20,000 diamonds in this business is that you get rejected. Is that some of the people you connect don't catch the vision yet and they quit. The proof is that all these attacks is a proof that you are not just in the business, but you are working the business. What happens after the immersion is that you come to the point where you have accepted and you anticipate that these things can happen. You are not expecting it, you are not calling it, but you are not also weighed down by them happening because you know it's like a businessman who says every customer that comes to my shop must buy something. No, it's not true. If any customer any businessman that does that will die of high blood pressure because some will come, ask price and go for them to come back next week. Some will come, price and buy. You will price in other places and come to your place and buy. It is that same way in the business. Some will see the business and sign up immediately. Some will see the business and go somewhere else and sign up. Some will go somewhere else and see the business and come to you and sign up. But being able to handle all these different scenarios is a product of imagine after you have been immersed. Is somebody getting this? It's a deep mental involvement. That's what the immersion does to you. What else does the immersion do to you? It is that point where it moves from what is being said to you, what is being advised to you. It is that point where you are no longer in the business because somebody recommended you. You are no longer in the business. You are no longer prospecting because someone said if you don't prospect, you will be checkmated and you will be downgraded from an AP to an EAP. No, it is no longer that point where you attend sell meeting because if you don't attend, you will not become an active partner anymore. No, it is that point. It is not that point where you organize events because your leader said events make money. No, it is not that time where you raise people into the Kingsman program. No, it is that point where you say, I have chosen to become a warrior leader in network marketing. No, this journey is no longer for GAM. It is no longer for my GA leader. It's no longer, I have chosen to align to the vision of C21FG. I've chosen to align to the vision of the great achievers. It's a personal choice. It's not because I have been asked to do it. No, I have chosen to become a diamond. It is a personal choice. That's what happens at the immersion. As you emerge, you are on your journey to liberate others. You are on the journey, knowing fully well the consequences of that journey, knowing fully well what can happen, and you still go on the journey nonetheless, because it is no longer out of motivation, it is out of inspiration. It is no longer because it is said. It is now because I have accepted. It is personal. It becomes a personal race. It becomes a race that you now run because you have accepted. Have you noticed that when you see someone, I was in a place and then the receptionist working there was so, the way she was defending her organization. And I asked her, how long have you worked here? She said, 3 weeks. He said, why do you ask? I say, you are sold into what these people do. Guess what she said? He said, they took me in. They gave me a home. She was not talking about the physical home. He said, they gave me a home. Let me tell you what happens when you are immersed. When you are completely immersed, what happens is that you come home to the business. Oh, Jesus, thank you. When you are immersed, you are home with the business. When I was immersed in that water, I came home with water. I came home. I was like, no, welcome home. It becomes personal. It's no longer what is promoted, it's what I have accepted. It's no longer what is taught, it's what I have understood. It's no longer what I know, it's what I have chosen deliberately to make happen. That's why when people, someone at a point asked me a question that I consider really, I don't know, but said, are you still doing this business? I was actually very pissed, but I just told the person, are you really asking me that question? Are you really asking me that question? Because I don't do the business because people are doing the business. No. I don't do the business so that I will be recognized in the eyes of people. No, no, it's not. It's not me. I do the business because I have accepted this is the path I want to follow. I have chosen. It has become personal to me. The business is personal. It's not just about a way to make money. No, it is personal. It is personal. And that's what happens to you after the immersion. The business becomes personal. I want to ask you, do you want your business to become personal? I want to see your response in the chat room. Do you want your business to become personal? Like, this is my own. This is my own. It's no longer, no, it's my own. Do you want this business to become personal? Then, more than ever, you should actually be at the immersion. The third reason why the immersion is your deal breaker is because it creates that undiluted focus. After the immersion, you lose sight of every other thing that is not your success in the connected economy. You will lose sight of it. You will lose sight of it. Those other things are still there in the eyes of other people, but to you, you don't see them anymore. It is about, do you know that the sharpest cutting material in the world is not diamond? Some of us may not know this. The sharpest cutting material, go and Google it, in the world is not diamond though. The sharpest cutting material in the world is water. Oh, go and read about it. Water directed with laser focus can cut through any object, even diamond itself. It can cut through any metal. Let me read through. It is directed so thinly and sharply focused on something that it can cut any surface put across to it. What happens after the immersion is that every other thing that is not your success in this business ceases to exist. You become so fearless that fear starts being afraid of you. Oh, goodness. You become so fearless that fear starts being afraid of you. Your level of doggedness will be second to none, that nature and things around you will be surprised at the self-discipline you'll be exhibiting. That is what happens to you after the immersion. So the question is this: do you want to be immersed? I want to see your comment in the chat room. Do you want to be immersed? Do you want to be immersed? That's my question to you. Do you want to be immersed? If you want to be immersed, what will be the least of your concern if not raising kinsmen? If you actually want to be immersed, the least of your concern is raising kinsmen. One of the things you will have at the back of your mind is, if I am to be immersed, what if I am going into this water with someone? What if I am going into this immersion with someone? It means it is you being immersed with some other people who are ready to be immersed. It is about you becoming an emergency leader. Let me tell you something. Many people, human beings or life generally, offers us every chance to run at our pace. But the thing that differentiates everybody is this: do you ever start running at all? Many people don't get to run in life. They simply walk from the day they were born till the day they walk into the grave. Whereas some people decide, I am ready to run so that I can actually chill after the race. To those people who are ready to run and put themselves in that scheme of things that changes things, the immersion coming up is a gathering. I don't want to call it an event. It's a get together. It's the gathering of those people who have now told themselves, I am the warrior leader. On the 16th to 18th of April, barely 28 days from today, this project, this awakening, this summit that gives rise to warrior leaders will go down, the first of its kind in Africa, the first of its kind in Nigeria, happening in Abuja. Now, let me tell you this. Was there no teammate of mine who was telling me, boss, come in, you can do this. Boss, come in, you will not drown. Boss, come in, it's not as bad as you think. I may not have had the courage to immerse myself. I am here this morning to be that guide that helps you to immerse, to be immersed. I am here this morning to be that that leads you into flying your own jet. He led me into it, and I can swim now without him. I want to lead you into this so that you can lead your nation without me, so that you can lead your nation without your GA leader, so that you can be the one who leads other warrior leaders like yourself. So what do you have to do to ensure that you rise as a warrior leader at the mission? Very quickly, oh, it's already past 9, very quickly, and I'm going to be out of your way. Number one, buy your ticket today. I didn't say tomorrow. Buy your ticket today. Call somebody. There is something I must do today. It is a do or die affair for me, and I must get the ticket. I must pay for it today. What is it? I can't explain it to you. Help me with 30,000 naira. That's what I want. Buy your ticket today. Let me tell us something. If that guy had told me, step into the water, and I told him, I'll step into the water tomorrow, I may not have started swimming till today. He said, step into the water now, and I stepped into the water then. Let me tell you this. But you can buy the ticket tomorrow. You can buy it next week. But I can tell you it will never be the same thing if you buy the ticket today. Buy the ticket today. Tell yourself, I am charging myself. I'm facing my challenges. I'm charging myself. I'm facing my fear. What is my worst fear? How to get what I want to do done. That's one of the fears. Procrastination. How I can get the things I want to be done when I want to do them. Today, I am challenging you, get your ticket today. The early bird ticket ends on um, ends on 2nd of April. You who have listened to the sound of my voice in the last 40 minutes, you are not going to wait till 2nd of April. No. It means you have not understood what I shared with you yet. If you have understood it, the first thing you're going to do today, not tomorrow, 12 midnight today will not pass you by without you making payment for your ticket. 12 midnight today will not pass you by. And as I know as I speak about it now, some people are saying, but damn, why should I not even pay before 12 noon today? I can't wait till midnight. I will have to do it before noon today. Before noon today, you said I should secure my ticket for this. I'm going to do it. I don't even know what the next conditions are or the next things you will ask us to do are. But because you have said I should do it, I'm going to do it. Because that guy said I should step into the water, I stepped into the water. And today I could swim. I can swim. Because I am saying, get your ticket now. You are going to get your ticket now. The question is this: who is going to get their ticket today? Who is going to pay for their ticket today? Now, remember, the marathon is a 3 days event, and the 30K for the 3 days is not 30K for first day, 30K for second day, 30K for third day. No, it's not. It is 30K to cover the 3 days. 30,000. In fact, I don't even know how the entrepreneur mentor was able to do this. But what I can say is this: is God already working in our favor? So the question I ask again is, who is going to get their ticket today? Pano Rebecca, congratulations. Who else is going to get their ticket today? Their ticket to the immersion today? Who is going to get? Mary is getting. Mantim is getting their ticket today. Congratulations. I don't know who is Pace Setter. I don't know. I don't know the name. Nabila is getting her ticket today. Abbas is getting her ticket. Congratulations. Madam Christian, Dr. Christian is getting, Pastor is getting, Wahid is getting. Today, I don't mean tomorrow. Before 12 midnight today. Watch Mary Ann is getting. Who else is getting their ticket today? Just paid for mine. Congratulations. That's getting their tickets. Those is today, not tomorrow. Today. Now, let me tell you what happens to those who are getting their tickets to their whole will. They are already taking a step. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. See, God is waiting for you to take a step. God is waiting for you to take a step. 30,000 to come out to accommodation in Abuja for 3 nights. My brother, if we tell you that one, won't you even stop it? 30K will cover housing you for, or cover an event you attend for 3 days and cover accommodation too. There is God though. There is God though. There is God though. Please, GA leaders, post your account details here now so that your teammates who are doing securing their ticket today will secure it immediately. GA leaders, each nation, post their your account details here immediately so that your teammates who are already securing their tickets will make their payments immediately. You post the name of your of your nation and the account details. Please ensure you are paying to the account of your GA leader. They'll collect and send to me. They'll collect and send to me, okay? Post into the account, okay? Then the first thing is buy your ticket today. You can buy your ticket tomorrow. You can even buy it after the early bird tickets have ended. You pay 50,000 for it. But to the people who have gotten this, buy it today. Find a way. We are dealing with the challenge. One of the challenges we face is our ability to solve problems. This is a challenge. Solve it. I want you to solve it today. Tell yourself, how am I going? I don't have 30,000. How am I going to raise it? I want you to solve that challenge today. Number two, very quickly because of time, go back to foundation. For those who already have downlines in their team, go back to your team, your genealogy. Pull out some names of people who you personally sponsored, or some people who have been active in your business at one point in the other. Pull them out, get their numbers, write it down on a sheet of paper, 10, 20, 30 of them. Now you'll be wondering, what are you going to do with these people? Very simple. You are going to sell the vision to them, but you're not going to sell this vision to them in C21FG vision, in Great Achievers vision. No, you are going to sell the vision to them in your vision. My brother, I know you saw something that made you start this business. I know there has been something that made you in some way to stop or decide or slow down. I understand. I may even be the problem. I apologize if I am, sir. But I want to tell you what I'm about to do next. And there is no better person I can tell it to than you. On the 16th, between 16th and 18th, I have discovered that all the people who created mighty success in this business are people who have been immersed and overcome all the challenges that this business can ever bring. Call it rejection, call it abandonment, call it lies, call it whatever. And guess what? I am going to put myself in that sea of people who not have achieved great results, but are going to change my mindset toward becoming the best version of myself, towards becoming a warrior leader in this industry. I am looking out for 2, 3 people who will benefit from what I am going to benefit. I know it may not make sense to you because you are not aware of what has been going on in the business. You may not be aware of the launch of the Diamond Project and what it is doing to the lives of people. You may not be aware of the pillars on which the Diamond Project is built. But what I can assure you is it is like nothing we have ever done before. It is like nothing that you have ever seen. And I can tell you, I am super excited about it. And I will not imagine anything better than you benefiting from what I want to benefit. How do I benefit from it? Come, let's go to Abuja together. Come, let's go to Abuja together. Come, let's do some activities that will qualify us to go to Abuja together. Come, let's go to this epic gathering, the first of its kind in Africa, the first of its kind in Nigeria, happening for us and in our own very organization. That leaders, warrior leaders who are tough, who are strong, are going to be born at the end of this 3 days program. It is going to be a baptism of warrior leaders who will lead a nation of warriors. What do I have to do? Very simple. Let's meet together, come up with a list of people, and we can chat it up from there. What are you trying to do? You are trying to raise people from your downline already who will become active partners, some of whom will decide to move further than becoming an active partner and raise other active partners within the next 28 days. Yes. The activities we need to do to be at this does not need to be done in 3 months. No, it does not. It does not. We ran a challenge some few days ago, and members who have become part of the Sentinel program are now creating results that they have never imagined. Multiple sign-ups personal in a day. What does that tell you? Anything is possible to that person who believeth that they can make it happen, who is ready to go out there and act on the belief that they nurture within. So sell the vision in your vision to them. Number 4, sell your support to them. Tell them more than ever, I'm going to be here with you in the next few days to ensure this happens. More than ever, I'm going to do this and that. You know, whatever promise you are ready to deliver. Some of you may be able to pay part of the ticket for their people to get them there. Some, you know the support you're willing to give. Commit to it. Reassure them of that support. Reassure them of your willingness more than ever to ensure that 2 of you, 3 of you do not miss out on this event. Reassure them of that support. Tell them, I know you might not have gotten the best I wished that you get from me, but I tell you, a new page has been born in my life. After the session I attended this morning with GAM, I have seen things in a different light like I've ever imagined it. And I have understood what you may be missing out, what we may be missing out. And it is time to write a better narrative. And more importantly, more than ever, make the next 28 days count. It is about the next 28 days of working with these people. It's about the next 28 days of working with fresh people you will find starting out from today. It's about, as you're presenting the business to people, you are telling the fresh people who are yet to sign up, I am going for a 3 days immersion. I'm going for a 3 days rebirth. I am going for a 3 days transformation in Abuja, and I want to know which of you are ready to go with me, and I will show you what to do. For you to be a part of it, make sure you are selected as a pioneer in this event, because I am going to download to you what we can do to be there. You are even selling the vision to perfect who are yet to sign up with the business. Let me tell you something. People want to be a part of a big thing that is yet to happen. People want to be a part of the big thing that is yet to happen. Bring them in. Make the next 28 days count. Commit to it. Tell yourself it is now or never. You have signed up one person in the last 1 week, in the last 2 weeks. Tell yourself, this one person, how can I sell the vision to the person so that this person can become an active partner today? Can I sell this vision to this person so that this person can also start raising and working towards going to the immersion? How can I go out there and find one other person, 2 other people, 3 other people, 4 other people who will be ready to become active partners? Let me tell you this. The thing you cannot do is the thing you have not accepted you have the ability to do. I believed I can go into water and swim. You can believe today that you can go to immersion and succeed. The immersion raises you to become the sentinel, the warrior leader that your business needs to rise to unimaginable success. I can't wait to see you at the immersion. I can't wait for you to be in that gathering, that as you emerge from it, the things that you used to be fearful about becomes your best allies. Rise up and become a warrior leader. Thank you very much.
Okay, so can we go to the chat room and appreciate Gam again? Let's thank him for always being a blessing.